Hello, we've taken a quick trip into Truro, not very far, to Player Ready. I've been looking very forward to this. I'm happy to meet Matt. Hello, Matt. Thank you for letting us come over, first of all,
No
and
problem.
thanks for joining me for a quick chat. I've been itching to get in here, really itching. So far, so much to the point that I now have a VR myself at home. But could you tell us a little bit about this place? What is it that you guys do, for those who don't know?
So effectively, it's a modern day arcade. So you come along, you pay for the time. So you can do half an hour sessions, hour sessions, 90-minute sessions. You pay for that time, and you can come do pretty much anything you want. You put the headset on. You can choose as many games as you want that we've got in our library. We've got about 70 different games that you can pick and choose from. Yeah, you can do multiplayer as well, so you can come with friends. We've had several parties as well, and we've got party packages. Yeah, it's just sort of come, try it, have a go, and have fun.
Amazing. Now, this isn't obviously your first location, is it? You guys have been around for quite some time, and you've grown rather rapidly from what I've seen. Could you tell us a little bit how you started and how you've got to where you are now?
So originally, it started back. The original concept for it started back in 2016, I think, when the owner Stephen, he was living out in Turkey, and he got a family member to bring out a VR headset to him, and they had fun with it out there, and he took it to a pub, and loads of people were having a go on it, and he went, I could charge people for this. So came back, found a space above the roller rink in Redruth.
Yes, remember that.
And set it up there. It started with 2 headsets, then they got 4, then they got the race cars. I then joined at that point, and that's almost 3 years ago now. Since then, we then moved to this location on Charles Street in Truro, doubled the space, so we've got 8 headsets with the 4 cars, and then since then as well, we've opened venue in Plymouth and Portsmouth and Taunton.
Wow. So yeah, it's been growing significantly. I think I remember. I think I was chatting to you a few years ago now, with the head of Truro Motorsports. There was something that they were trying to do at the time. I think this was pre-pandemic. So obviously, a lot of things have happened since then. But it goes to show that there is clearly a want and a need for VR in people's lives. Could you tell us a little bit about that? Like, what sort of footfall do you see? Do you get many inquiries? Are you quite busy?
Yeah, lots of inquiries. Yeah, I mean, at this current moment, it's what day is it? Thursday, midday, so everyone's at work and at school, so it's a bit quieter now. But weekends get full and holidays get really full as well. So a lot of people come, and we get people from all ages. Yesterday, I had a young chap of about 10 with his grandma in, both playing together. So you get all ages, and all abilities coming to do different stuff as well. We've had disabled people coming in, people in wheelchairs. You can still put the headset on and move around in the game. Yeah, a whole host of different people do it.
It's brilliant. And keeping on that sort of line of accessibility, I feel like VR has been around for a long time now, but I feel it's only now really coming to fruition. Do you feel that it's got some way to go yet? Do you feel we've reached a peak? Do you think there's a future yet for VR to go to?
Oh, definitely. It's still definitely going. I mean, if anyone saw the Mark Zuckerberg of Meta chat thing that he did, I mean, he was still talking about VR because they own Oculus, the process of that, and it's getting, even just the current headsets like the Oculus Quest 2, they're phenomenal, and it will keep going. They're working on hand tracking so it can track all of your fingers. There's still concepts of being able to move your feet like in Ready Player One. It's still got a whole way to go until it's at the point where it's like an insert a chip into your head sort of thing.
I think that's the end game, isn't it?
Yeah,
Everyone
probably.
wants it to be just fully 100% immersive, and we're getting there with things like I've seen people with these weird like roller skate sort of things you can put on, but you're sat on a stool, but it's like you're running in the game. It's incredible stuff. So you've mentioned obviously that you've expanded quite a lot. You've also mentioned to me that you've been at a certain theme park before, I believe. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so again, a few years ago, I think it was 2019, we were at Thorpe Park. We went up there, and it was part of I can't remember exactly what thing, a gaming convention thing. So we were there, Microsoft were there with a lot of Xboxes, and I think EA were there having a FIFA tournament. And we were asked to go along as well, and we had a few VR setups. There, people in Thorpe Park, they'd come into that area, pay to have a go on the VR, just another experience added into Thorpe Park. So yeah, amazing experience for us being there.
Fantastic. Now, in terms of accessibility, obviously you've got a lot of different headsets out there nowadays where it used to be just the odd one or two. They vary in price a lot. Do you think it's becoming more accessible for the everyday person?
Absolutely. Again, going back to the most recent Oculus, you don't need a computer for it. That's the biggest thing, because before you'd need a really hefty computer costing a couple of £1,000, or a PlayStation, but then the PlayStation VR wasn't great. Although they've mentioned the VR 2 coming soon. But yeah, like the Oculus, you don't need anything for it. It's 300 quid, which is about the cost of a new game console, and it's all included. And if you have a decent PC, you can just plug it in. So it's immediately accessible, and you can just take it anywhere you want and set it up.
So that's what brought myself and my other half into it as well. We've gone straight and got an Oculus Quest 2, and I can attest it's really good. Obviously, there are others out there. But that kind of accessibility, I feel like we're seeing a shift now where people are more accepting of as it being almost the norm now. So have you had, or do you do much in the way of multiplayer or maybe tournament type gaming at the moment?
So we haven't since the pandemic.
Yeah.
But beforehand, we had things like, there was a bungee jump game where you jump off the Statue of Liberty, and we were looking at potentially like winning a trip to New York with that. And we've, as you mentioned yourself, we've been in discussion with like Truro Motor Club and Cornwall College. We've looked at doing a few racing tournaments. One of the most fun ones, we teamed up with Jam Sport, which is an actual touring car team. Awesome. And during Cornwall Motorfest, we ran a challenge to see who could set the fastest lap time, and they won a passenger ride in a touring car.
Wow.
And because also Tom Ingram was there, actual touring car driver, people got to race off against him and see how far they were against a real touring car driver. So that was probably...
Anyone come close?
I was the only one to beat him.
Very, very good. Now, I've got to ask something, because when I came up to see you guys when you were first up at Red Roof, above the roller rink, I actually had the luck of having a go in one of these bad boys. Put the headset on. I think that might have been one of my first times on VR. Oddly, and there may be people out there who understand my pain, I found myself falling out of the chair. If there's no G-forces going on, I find myself falling out of the chair. Could you explain that one to me? Why am I naturally letting myself fall out of a chair while I'm in this?
Because, particularly with racing, because this one does cause the most like motion sickness. Yeah. Can cause that in people. And it's because you expect the inertia of the movement. So I've spent hours and hours and hours on these things. I can't left foot brake on them without feeling sick, because my body expects to go forward like when I brake normally.
Yeah.
So the brain just goes, what's happening? So probably what happened with you is you expected the G-force of leaning into the corner, but you weren't actually being pushed, so you just fell out. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, it did happen. Thankfully, no cameras were around at that moment, but it did happen. I had to take myself off the set. But motion sickness is a big thing. A lot of people worry about going on these headsets because it can cause motion sickness. I've looked into it myself a little bit, and I found things like drinking ginger beer or anything to do with ginger can be helpful. Have you heard anything about that, or is there any kind of methods you have for anybody who wants to play VR to help get over motion sickness?
I haven't heard the ginger thing. That would be interesting. But the way we set up a lot of the games is you can choose the movements a lot. And I find if it's a game where you're gliding like normal controls in a video game, you sort of glide through it, that makes people feel sick. Yeah. So if it's a thing of point and click and you teleport there, that makes people feel a lot better because you're stationary the entire time. Yeah. And if people have got fears with the racing as well, they can try with the headset, but if they get motion sick, we've got 4 massive screens with them as well, so they can take it off and just do it on the screen.
Fantastic stuff. Now, I believe I may be able to have a chance to have a go on one of your systems here, which I've looked around. I've seen you have quite a lot here. But before we do, could you just tell me a little bit about the actual headset hardware yourself? Have you got different type of headsets around here? Have you gone for the same hardware all the way through?
No, so it's a bit of a mix. So with the standard VR, they are HTC Vives. Right. So a couple of years old now, so we are looking at trying to upgrade them, but again, they will cost so much. Yeah. But they still run absolutely perfectly fine, so we run those on there. On the cars, we run Oculus Rifts, again, a little bit older, and we want to upgrade them. That's what we run there. It's the same in Plymouth and in Portsmouth, but then in Taunton, we are now experimenting using Oculus Quests in there. So they're plugged into a computer just to give a lighter on the head and Yeah, they're lighter on the head and easier to move about and nicer quality.
Yes. I must admit, with the Quest as well myself, not having to have those wires around you if you're not connected to a PC is heaven. And if you're running low on battery power, it's not that hard just to have a battery pack on your person, and then the wire stays with your person. You can still twist around and move. That's our sort of thing we've done at home anyway, found it nice and easy. So shall we have a go on something around here? Because I'm looking around and there's literally tech everywhere. And
Get in the candy store.
I'm itching a little bit right now just to get on something. Take your pick. Pick your poison. I'll go for anything.
Whatever you want.
Okay, so here we are. I'm in the seat. I'm all saddled up. I'm all ready. I've pulled the seat forward for my poor short legs. What game are we playing?
So this is Project Cars 2, which is the racing game, obviously, and I'm going to set you around for a race in a touring car around Brands Hatch.
Fantastic. Okay, let's do it.
So with the controls, I'm sure you know how to drive a car anyway.
Generally.
Yeah, so you've got 3 pedals: accelerator, brake, and clutch. Won't need the clutch, so just accelerator and the brake.
Easy mode.
And to reverse, you just hold your foot on the brake, and then it'll engage backwards. If you wanted manual, let me know and I can switch it to manual and it'll be flapping pedals. Yeah, the wheel has what's called force feedback as well, so it'll feel like it's...
Forced against you.
Yeah, it will try and straighten up like a real car does.
Amazing. Right, on we go. This is the rift. Oh, wow, there we go. Beautiful.
Pop that on, centre it as well.
I was going to say, I was looking side on for a second there.
There we go. And we got some headphones for you as well.
Oh, okay. I can barely hear anyone now. I'll talk as and when things happen.
Okay.
Oh, we're off. Okay. I am in a car. I can't hear anything. Okay, we're off. We're not doing too bad so far. I can see green lines. I'm guessing that's good. No, now it's red. My goodness, it does shake you around like you're in the car. That's quite cool. It is quite realistic, isn't it? So not too bad so far on the motion sickness, I will say. Quite pleased to say my skills as a driver are not as bad as I thought. It's quite amazing how accurate all the motion is compared to what you're doing in game. As I'm accelerating, I can feel the chair pulling me back. And as I put the brakes on, you can see I'm being pushed forward. It's very good. What I also quite like is how the graphics are very well managed so that my arms are in the same position in game as where I feel them to be outside. This is absolutely brilliant. If I manage this, it'll be the first race I've ever managed without coming off the track. Okay, I think we might... I don't know how far we are away from the end, but we'll keep going for as long as we can. Oh, that's quite a big corner. It's very weird, because I genuinely feel worried about how fast I'm going. Sharp corner. Oh. Everything is happening as you'd expect it to if you were driving like this in the car. Great, great fun. I'm going to have to stop in a second because I'm having the age-old problem of steaming up the lens. Let's get round this last corner, I can see. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to have to stop there because I can't really see anymore. Oh, blimey, thank you. Oh.
There you go, where's the thing?
Oh, hang on, if I take those off, yeah, I
They
can hear
haven't
now.
used for a while, so that'll be the reason.
That's all right. I find with my headset as well that you have to warm them up a little bit, if anything. Like have them on for 10 minutes or so, and then you don't have the problem anymore. So, I mean, you get that with any kind of lens, don't you? But wow, fantastic. Glad I wasn't falling out the chair for a change. But every bump, every little thing you did, every bit of acceleration I did, every turn I did, you got that feedback. It was just like being in the car. Really fun and generally quite scary as well because every time I'm accelerating, I'm like, no, I shouldn't be doing this. No, I'm in a chair in a building. I'm safe. But absolutely fantastic. Really, really brilliant, and I can highly recommend this.
You're in one of our more fun games, more scary games called LA Dead Zone. So in one of your hands, you'll have a gun.
I see that, yeah.
Yeah, so if you turn back to your left, there's 4 portraits. Just shoot whoever you want to be.
Okay, let's go with the hooded guy.
And then if you turn around, keep turning, shoot the target on the wall.
Okay.
And listen to the commander. He'll tell you what to do. You don't walk around. The only button you need is the trigger.
Righty-ho. I'm going to keep one ear off just so I can hear you as well.
Okay.
Holographic zombies? What? Oh, okay. Because I can aim. Is he dead? He's dead. Oh. I'm going somewhere. Wow, this is proper horror style, isn't it? Oh, okay. There's a radio tower. Oh, rubbish bags. Wow. If I see something move, shoot it. That's good. Oh, here we go. Wait, what? What's going on? I can hear... Oh, my goodness, there's shadows. They're coming from all sides. No! Aren't you gruesome? Go away, go away, go away, go away. Ah! Hey, buddy. The experience. Yeah, so it's all great when they're far away until they come up nice and close and personal and you can see their lovely dead faces. The sound is good with it as well. Very, very good. This game is probably going to be better for those with motion sickness problems as well, this type of game, because you're not moving yourself around, you're just looking around, so to speak. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Genuine little bits of fear coming through. Whoa! Hey, buddy, go away. So I'm obviously only using one hand because I've only got one gun in this one. But I could assume there are other levels and games where you use both.
They were nice and far away in that level. Now they're going to
don't say that.
Get a bit closer and they're going to come from more directions.
Okay. So that was interesting. I actually recognised I was shooting past his head then. I was holding my gun too far forward. Oh, they're everywhere. Oh, go away. I can't hear anything now. Oh no, they just keep coming. Oh, this is brilliant fun. You really do feel like you're there. Nope, I can hear you behind me, and you. I like that. I could shoot one way and look another. No, 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 no. I think I've been taken out. Yeah, that's me. I think. Oh no, hang on, I'm back. Everything went grey.
Okay. Yeah, if you die, you just go black and white, and then you'll come back.
Ah. Oh, that's
so
brilliant.
now it's going to be darker.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Oh my God. How?
Welcome to the sewers.
I have a torch on my gun. Oh, and I can only see them. Oh, if I'm really precise as well, which makes sense, but that's horrifying. No, no. Go away, 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 go away. Ah, they got me. They took me out. There was too many. Okay, so I'm currently sat down, not because I'm being lazy, not because I'm tired or worked up a sweat or anything like that, honest, but we wanted to see what VR would be like for someone maybe who has some mobility needs in a wheelchair, and we're going to prove a point now that what you guys have got here now, you are fully capable of helping people enjoy this immersive experience if they are having to be in a wheelchair, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah. We've had several people come before. The whole location as well is on the ground floor, on the flat, so we're perfectly accessible for all abilities. So I'm going to put you in a game called Ragnarok, which is you're going to have two big hammers and you're hitting drums in time to the music, basically. Fantastic. So if you go ahead and click solo to start with,
okay, there we go,
and then you can choose any song there from the list.
Oh my goodness me. Okay. Oh, I feel like I'm... There we go. Shall we go for... Drunken Dwarves? That sounds good. If I go back to... Oh, how do I go back to that one? What have I done here?
Hold down on the...
Hold down. There we go.
Yes,
I see. It's touch sensitive. My bad.
Yeah.
So, are these relative like levels of difficulty?
Yes, so easy, medium, hard.
Let's go for a medium. Put myself a little bit in danger. So, we've got drums, you say? Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. So you've got 4 drums in front of you.
Okay. Is there a way of centralising it a bit more? Is it to be further away from me? Is that my hands are in the drums, just the usual sort of...
drums. If we move you, we can...
Lovely. That's a bit better there.
There you go, right in the middle there.
Lovely, thank you.
There you
Okay.
go. So yeah, just click start.
Oh
And
my
then-
goodness me, massive warhammers.
Massive warhammers. You'll see the things coming towards you. Yeah, just hit them.
Oops. Oh, it's getting faster. So like a typical rhythm game, you're following the pattern on screen with music coming at you. And this is a war drum rhythm game. I've never really heard of one like this before. I love the Viking theme. That's a personal favourite for me.
It's also a distance thing because while you're hitting the drums, it's encouraging the rowers on the boat. So the more accurate you are, the further your boat will row.
Oh,
and that's
I see.
how it's scored.
That's cool.
So you can do multiplayer on this one. It's whoever gets the furthest.
And if there are people out there who think, oh, it's music, I won't be any good at that because I don't have any rhythm. That's the whole point of VR. You can actually see... Oh, very hard to... I should have chosen easier difficulty. You can see what's coming at you at the right time, so you just have to hit things when you see them. So it really is for anyone. I always thought other rhythm games would be very similar to all the typical Guitar Hero type games. You'd think, oh, you play one, you play them all. It's still different. It's a different take, and it works. Oh my goodness me. It's getting harder. But as you can see, in a chair, no problem playing the game whatsoever. So have you had any cheeky goes on this yourself to set any records?
Not myself on that one, but I have on the driving games. I've got a couple of the records.
Do you get anyone coming in saying, oh, they can beat you, and then realising maybe not to challenge the people who run the VR?
Yeah, sometimes. My favourite is when I've got like a big group and one of them steps off of the racing because they don't want to do it anymore. I will then jump in when no one's looking and take the lead and be like, no, this person won.
Brilliant. Well, that was very fun. Absolutely loved it. I think that's going to be something I looked for getting for us at home. But yeah, there you go. VR in a chair, no problem. For this particular game, at least. Obviously, different games I know have different requirements, but a lot of them out there now I've noticed have sit-down modes or different modes for helping people with different accessibility needs, and also in general just for people with motion sickness as well, because sitting down can often be helpful for that. But thank you for letting me have a go, and it's been brilliant. I'm talking over there, by the way. I'm assuming you're over there somewhere.
I am, yes.
Hello. So that's me on VR. I hope you've enjoyed that as much as I have. Matt, thank you very much for having us come down there and letting me try all these marvellous devices. Could you tell us a little bit more about where people can find you, where people can contact you, your social media details, all of that? This is your time to really advertise the heck out of it.
Wonderful. So yeah, you can visit us online, player-ready.co.uk. All the phone numbers for all the different stores are on there as well. You can also book online through there. There's a live chat. We've got Facebook pages, Player Ready Virtual Reality, Player Ready Truro, Player Ready Plymouth, Portsmouth, Taunton. Those are all the places that you can find us. You can message us through Facebook. Yeah, or you can find us on Google and through our website.
Well, Matt, thank you very much, and thanks to Player Ready as well. Virtual reality, it's back to, well, possibly me in the studio.